Hello, I'm Brian. This is Sam. We are Plant City Yoga. The studio is still under construction. We're doing some beautiful things to the front and back doors. So at least for one more video, we're going to be out here next to Tampa Bay, enjoying the beautiful nature and a nice, what kind of flow are we doing today?
We're going to be doing a flow for self-care. So today's class, we're going to be focusing on self-care. So what that means is we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to be a little bit selfish, making this time just for us to help heal our emotional body, our physical body, and our spiritual body. So today's class is going to be a little bit more on the gentle yin side, which means we're going to be holding postures for longer periods of time. So that way you can really get deep into the fascia and into the tissue to help release that tension that might be lingering. So for today's class, you're gonna need a blanket and a block. If you do not have a yoga block at home, a dictionary, any sort of big book, maybe even a filled up shoe box, whatever you can find that has a little bit of height to it. And then a blanket just for your knees and your tailbones so we can be more comfortable. So you can sit up on that blanket. Have the hips elevated. Relax the shoulders. Close your eyes. And slowly begin to deepen the breath. Feel the breath entering through and then slowly leaving. As you deepen the breath, you're becoming more present, more in tune with yourself and what you need. Since today's class is all about yourself, try to revolve your intention for today around the words of self-care. Maybe your intention is to heal. That's going to be my intention today. Maybe your intention is to let go. Maybe it's to be more kind to your thoughts and to your body. Once you decide on that intention, embody it with every inhale, guiding it in through the nostrils and into the physical body. Every exhale, soft sigh out through the mouth as you release everything else that is not your intention. A few more rounds of breath, filling yourself up, and then letting everything else go. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Last one. Open your eyes, come back to the present. Make sure you're in a nice seated position here. And let's start off with just one foot in front of the other. So we're not stopping the blood flow to one ankle. So it doesn't matter what foot you put in front. Palms are facing up on top of the knees. Inhale the shoulders up and forward. Exhale down and back. 2 more. Last one. Good. So we're going to do the Ganesha Mudra. Ganesha is the remover of all obstacles. And through this mudra, it helps stretch and open up the chest and the upper back in between the shoulders. So I know we might be feeling a lot of tension there. So we're going to start off really easy and then work our way into some more intense postures. So we're going to start off with the right palm facing towards the heart. Left palm facing out, connecting with the right. Slowly pull the hands away. Curl in the fingertips, the knuckles, and then pull the knuckles in towards the palms. You have one thumb up, one thumb down. Seal it, lock it in. Notice if your shoulders are up here, relax them down. Lengthen and pull the elbows out to each side, and just close your eyes and breathe. Maybe you're feeling stretch around the shoulder girdle, the biceps, the triceps, maybe even the forearm or the wrist. Feel the neck lengthening up towards the sky, and feel the sit bones deepening into the mat. 3 more rounds of breath. With this mudra, you're creating an actual obstacle with the body. Pulling, locking, creating friction. Think of an obstacle that you might be going through in your life right now. Take a nice big inhale. Let it go. Shake it out. Now we're going to do it again on the other side. So left palm is facing in towards the heart. Right palm facing out. Curl the fingertips in, then the knuckles in towards the palm, and then lock and seal with the thumbs. Notice if you're a little imbalanced. Realign yourself, roll the shoulders down, and pull the elbows out to the sides. Nice deep breaths. Feeling maybe little sensations, just observing, and then letting go. Now I want you to think of maybe another obstacle that you might have in your life. And then feel it. Feel that obstacle in the physical body, in your fingers, your knuckles, your palms, your elbows, as you pull in each direction. One more breath. Nice big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Shake it out. Good. So now we're going to inhale, right arm sweeps up. And then exhale, roll the shoulder down. Lengthen through the fingertips, not through the shoulder. And then left palm is going to reach back behind you. And you're going to flip the back of the palm towards the mid-spine. And you're going to bring that right hand in between the shoulder blades. So it's okay if you have a little bit of space here. Continue to breathe. Notice if that right elbow wants to melt forward and down. Keep trying to guide it up. Maybe even rest the head on that forearm or on the wrist to help open up that right shoulder. Maybe as the body warms up, you touch fingertips. Maybe you curl the fingers in and pull one elbow up and the other down. Just 2 more breaths. Exhale, big sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left arm comes up. And then exhale, bend at the elbows. And try to touch fingers. It's okay if there's space. Breathe. Maybe the fingers touch as you warm up. You can always grab a scarf or a belt if you want some extra help here. Maybe the fingers curl in. One more breath here. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, release both arms back out to the side. Now we're going to warm up the shoulders a little bit more. So let's come into candlestick or goddess arms. And all you're going to do here is pretend you're holding something in your hand. Flip the fingertips back. Open up the elbows. This is going to stretch out your entire forearm, even in that weird nook around your elbow and your funny bone, just by guiding those fingertips back. One more breath. And then push all that energy up towards the sky. Exhale, release down, heart center. Good. Everyone should be at the front of their mats here. You can place the blanket off to the side if you like. Make sure that you have everything you need close by. Your pillow, your block, your blanket, and some water. So let's start off by just extending the legs out, coming into an L-sit position. So if you're like me, it might be really hard to sit up straight because your hamstrings are really tight. So if that is the case, bend the knees to help lengthen the spine and roll the shoulders back. Flex the feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pull from the belly button, pull from the ribs. Keep reaching, keep pulling. One more breath. And then exhale, surrender the heart, surrender the head. As the body begins to warm up, maybe you straighten one leg out at a time. Feel the release out of the lower spine. Don't hold any tension in the neck by trying to hold the head up. Just relax. Maybe you find a little sway from side to side. Two more deep breaths. And then use your inhale to roll the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Once the spine is stacked, slowly gaze forward and exhale, release the shoulders back. Good. Now we're just going to focus on one leg at a time now. So you're going to bend your right knee in towards your chest as you plant the right sole of the foot into the earth. Pushing the right sole into the earth, flexing the left foot. Holding onto that right knee, roll the shoulders back. Breathe here. Keep the integrity of the spine. And then inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right arm is going to reach for those left toes. Maybe the left hand falls to the left side. Or maybe you go for the foot. Keep actively pushing into that right foot as you surrender to that left knee. Releasing out of the left hamstring while energizing and building up heat in that right hip. Two more deep breaths. then inhale, roll the spine up. Exhale out through the mouth as you gaze forward and release the shoulders back. Good. Re-engage. Lengthen the spine, pull the knee in towards the heart. And then you're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale, left arm is going to sweep back behind you as the right elbow comes to the inside of the right knee as you look over the left shoulder. Gentle twist here. Try to breathe all the way into that lower belly, fill up. And then exhale, squeeze it out. 3 more rounds of breath. One more. Good. Slowly release back to center. And then you're going to straighten out the right leg. And then bend the left knee in towards the heart as you plant the left sole into the earth. Right foot is flexed, spine is long, the body's engaged. Another breath. And then left arm, inhale, reaches up. Exhale, reach for those right toes. The side of the knee should be next to the shoulder. Right hand can settle next to the body on the right side or can reach for the foot as well. Keep pushing into that left sole of the foot as you surrender and release towards that right knee. Two more deep breaths. Then inhale, roll the spine up. Exhale out through the mouth as you gaze forward and roll the shoulders back. So readjust your posture, lengthen the spine. And then inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, rotate it down and back. Bring the left elbow to the inside of the left knee as you spiral back, looking over that right shoulder. And just take some deep breaths. Filling all the way up into the lower belly. And as you exhale, squeezing the navel in towards the spine, making the belly small. Three more deep breaths. And exhale, slowly release back to center, straighten out the legs. And let's get some blood flow just by patting out the backs of the knees into the mat. Good. So now I want you to lift up your thighs, settle into the sit bones, realign, inhale, arms reach up, exhale, fold a little bit deeper this time. Just 3 breaths here. Inhale, filling up with what you need. Exhale, letting go of what you don't. One more. And then roll the spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale out through the mouth as you gaze forward and roll the shoulders back. Good. Now we're going to swing the legs back behind us and we're going to come into a tabletop position. Shoulders are stacking over the wrists, hips are over the knees, And let's just do 2 quick rounds of cat and cow to help loosen up the spine a little bit more. Inhale, pull the belly button down, reach up through the chin. Exhale, round the spine and look in. One more. Now we're gonna bring that right knee right in between both of our hands, opening that foot over to the left side. This is where you might wanna grab your blanket, your block, or your pillow. I like to use a block to place under the hip, especially if you're feeling a little bit tighter. Breathe here. Coming into an upward pigeon. Every inhale, lengthening, finding strength, finding love. Every exhale, letting go of tension, letting go of the unknown, letting go of fear, letting go of expectations. Inhale, filling up with gratitude. Exhale, letting go. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly surrender into your sleepy pigeon. This is where you can grab your blanket to have the floor a little bit closer to you so that you can surrender fully. We're just gonna take a few deep breaths here. This is a really great pose to help release out of the lower spine and release out of the hip. You can choose to stay right here. If you want a little bit more of a harder variation and a twist as well, you can guide that left arm under the right and look over the right shoulder, and right arm reaches up and maybe you touch the toes of the opposite foot. Whether you decide to stay in your sleepy pigeon or go for that extra hot sauce with a twist, show gratitude, show love, and just be there with your breath, be there with your body. If you're in the twist, just one more big breath. Slowly bring your right hand back down to the earth, push into the finger, and lift yourself up. Another breath. Side out. Plant the hands back into the earth, maybe move the blanket off to the side, and then remove the block off to the side. Push into the hands, and then slowly find your way back into that tabletop position. Now we're gonna do the other side. Left knee comes in between the hands, open the foot out to the right as you surrender the hips down. Again, you can always use that block or that blanket. Settle into the hips, roll the shoulders back so you're not crunching the neck, but you're helping your posture, you're helping your breath. The more that you find that length, one more breath here. And then slowly find your way into that sleepy pigeon. Maybe it's just on the fingertips. Maybe it's on the forearms. Maybe it's all the way down. So you can choose to stay in that sleepy pigeon, or you can add a nice twist, straightening out the left arm, guiding the right arm through, resting on that right shoulder, and then guiding that left hand all the way over to those left toes. Try to breathe into that lower belly. Whether you're in sleepy pigeon or a sleepy twisted pigeon. Big breaths, big releases. Every time you release, every time you let something go, you're taking care of yourself, making yourself lighter, making your journey easier. One more breath if you're in the twisted position. Slowly release the foot. Push into that left palm and guide yourself back up. Another breath here. Then slowly push into the palms. Guide up the hips and slide that left knee back and realign your tabletop position. Good. Now we're going to curl the back toes in. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, down dog. Lifting the hips up and back. So to make this a little bit more restorative, you can come into a wide-legged down dog, bringing your feet to the edges of your mat, pushing the ground away, opening up the heart and the shoulders a little bit more. Maybe wiggle your hips from side to side, stretch out the inner thighs, the side bodies. Maybe you shake your head yes, shake your head no. 3 more deep breaths wherever you decide to go. Play and see what your body needs. One more breath. And then gaze at the space in between your hands. And we're going to take little baby steps all the way there, bending your knees as much as you need to until you arrive all the way at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Don't guide with the shoulders, guide with the crown of the head. Keep rolling the shoulders down and back. Any wiggles, any form of self-love that you want to give yourself with touch or massage, or with healing words of affirmation. Two more breaths. From here, we're going to do a zombie roll-up. So I want you to bend the knees, let the belly rest on the thighs, let the whole body hang and get heavy. Then you're going to suck in your lower belly in towards the spine, curl your chin in towards the heart, and let's take about 20 seconds. I'll count down from 20 in increments of 5. On your next inhale, slowly roll the spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time. So 20. 15. Keep a micro bend in the knees. 10. 5. Last little bit. Last thing to come up is the head. 1. That zombie roll-up is one of my favorite ways to give your entire back body a massage. So settle into the feet. Palms are facing forward here. And just close your eyes. Feel your feet rooting into the earth. Feel your hands melting, getting heavier, guiding the shoulders down the spine, lengthening through the crown. 1 more breath. Good. From here, we're going to go into a nice little neck stretch. So you're just going to use mudra or wisdom seal. Your pointer finger and thumb with the right hand is going to wrap over the left wrist to the inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, guide that wrist down the midline of the body, guiding down that left shoulder with it. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, right ear melts over right shoulder. Pretty intense stretch for that left side of the neck. You can choose to stay right here. If you want to explore, you can begin to add in micro movements by bringing the chin forward just a little bit and then bring. Just doing half circles over that right shoulder. Two more breaths. Exhale out through the mouth as you hold the pose. Inhale, head comes back up. Exhale, switch the hands. Left wisdom seal is going to wrap over the right wrist to the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, guide that right hand down the midline of the body to help guide down that right shoulder. Another big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left ear over the left shoulder. Another breath. You can choose to stay here, or you can add in those micro movements by bringing the chin in and then releasing the head back. Hello, Lila. Okay. Last breath. Exhale. Take out the arms. Good. So we're going to get real crazy right before we lay down on our mats. So all we're going to do is shake. So if you have your kids around, your dogs around, get everybody involved. Even if yoga's not their thing, everybody likes to wiggle. So literally begin to bounce, shake, let go. Be mindful of water bottles. Let go of all that stagnant energy that might be sitting in your body, that you might be holding on to that you don't know about. Maybe it's just been lingering there your entire life, or maybe just the past week, who knows? Let it go, shake it out. Wiggle the hips, shake out the head. 3 more seconds. And relax. Now we're gonna come down onto our backs. We're gonna do one last pose before Shavasana, just to help release out of the spine. So you can grab your yoga block. If you don't have your yoga block, grab whatever prop you can find that's like a decent sized square. Have it next to you on the right side or the left. Bend the knees. Refine your breath. Push into the soles of the feet. Push into the palms as you inhale. Lift the hips up, bridge pose. You can choose to make this gentle, just a few inches off the ground. Or you can choose to make this a little bit more spicy by lifting one leg up towards the sky. If you're lifting one leg, make sure to do both sides. 2 more breaths. Then grab your yoga block, pillow, or rolled up blanket and place it underneath the tailbone. This is our last pose. Just surrendering to whatever's underneath that spine. Allowing the body to get heavy. And imagine whatever you have underneath you. Imagine it as your spiritual or energy trash can. All the energy in your spine that's no longer serving you is escaping out of the body and seeping into that prop. Letting it take away pain, weight, frustration. Letting it all go. You can choose to stay here with the knees bent, or you can open the knees out to the side, coming into reclined butterfly, or you can lengthen and stretch out the tailbone by lengthening the legs all the way out. Hands can be on the belly, belly in the heart, or surrendered out to the sides. Wherever you decide to go, let's take 4 more deep breaths. 3. 2. 1 more breath. Slowly bend the knees back in if they're not already there. Plant the soles of the hands and the feet into the earth. Lift the hips up and remove that prop off to the side. Keep the hips lifted here. Let's give our spine a massage just by rolling down the shoulder blades, underneath the shoulder blades, the mid-spine, the lower spine, until the tailbone slowly unravels onto the mat. And then hug the knees in towards the heart. Open your arms out to the side. Let your knees hover over you. Nice big inhale. Exhale, release the knees over to the left. It's okay if they're not stacked over each other, and just look over your right shoulder. Gentle twist. And just 2 more deep breaths. Inhale the knees back up. Exhale, release them over to the opposite side. Last big breath. And then slowly gaze back towards the sky. Bring the arms right beside you. Another breath. Then you're going to heel toe your feet open to the edges of your mat. And you're just going to windshield up, wipe out the hips. Release the knees over to the left. Inhale back up. Over to the right. 1 more on each side. And then slowly find your way into final relaxation, Shavasana. Extending out the legs. having the palms flipped up next to the sides of the body. And just surrender. Surrender to your health. Surrender to your well-being. Surrender to every exhale. Surrender to every form of release, mentally, physically, spiritually. Relax the space in between your eyebrows. Maybe even physically touch the space in between the eyebrows. Add a little bit of pressure into the third eye with your peace fingers. And then slowly open up the peace fingers, massage that energy out through the eyebrows, and then release the hand back down. Relaxing the cheeks, relaxing the jaw, slightly separating the teeth to release the bottom jaw. Now I want you to think of your intention. Think of your intention as a big beam of light, a big force of energy. Imagine it in a little shape of a ball. Imagine you have 2 of those balls, 1 in each palm. Feel that little energy ball radiating through the palm, radiating through the fingers. Inhale, reach your arms up. Shoot that energy up towards the sky. And then you're going to slowly bring that energy that you've created with your palms back in towards yourself. As we reach up, we're just igniting and filling up that energy. One more breath. As your energy is more activated, it's more strong, more bright, radiating out of each palm, send that energy back to yourself with self-care as you fill up your cup, placing one palm over the heart and one palm over the belly. Feel all of that energy, all of that light, all of that force filling you up through the heart as it sends blood to the rest of your body, filling up into the lower belly as it guides and fills up the breath, going through and out. Surrender to that newfound light, to that newfound energy. As you continue to fill, expand, heal, and take care of yourself. Feeling your heartbeat, feeling your breath, and just feeling so much love and so much gratitude. Appreciating appreciating every heartbeat and appreciating every moment of surrender. Take a nice big inhale. Expand that light and energy as far as it can go through the body. And then release everything out as you exhale. Reach your left arm back behind you, then your right arm back behind you. And roll onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. Resting your head on the arm. And I want you to say a few sentences to yourself, beginning with the words, I am. Your choice how you want to finish that sentence. I'll list a few of my favorites. I am enough. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of peace. I am strong. I am light. Another few moments here to say a last few sentences of I am. Slowly open your eyes. Push into the hand and then the other hand and lift yourself all the way up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands back into heart center. Close your eyes. Feel that energy. Feel that love. Thank you. I love you. Namaste.